Now to work with the Oracle 10G Express, we have to open the file, we have to open the all programs, and we have to select Oracle Database 10G Express Edition. Click on this. You'll get go to database homepage. The database homepage. You'll be getting the screen. Wait for a few seconds. It'll ask you. Now here we'll have a username and password. The username is system. The username is system, SYSTEM, and password also I gave system only. So system. In the lab you'll be keep the password will be keep on changing actually. Login. Now here in the login we have get 4 tabs will be available. Now click on SQL. Click on SQL. Here after SQL afterwards you'll get one more 3 tabs will be available. Now click on SQL commands. In the SQL command, this is the screen is divided into 2 parts. Here, whatever the commands you are going to give will be you have to give the commands here, and this portion is called result portion. This portion is called result portion actually. Results whatever the commands we executed here, that results will be shown in this particular portion. Now here we have to now I said now we will create a table. How to create a table? We have to use the create. So create table, table name. Table name is nothing but I'll create a student because we have taken STUDENT. Name of the table is called create table student. Next is I'll open the bracket and I'll write student ID, STUID, and I'll take data type as student ID. Data type I'll write varchar2, variable character 2, and I'll write with the size will be 5. The size of the student ID content we can give up to maximum up to 5 characters. It can be alphabets as well as numbers. We can also give all alphabets or we can give all numbers also. Nothing will happen. Why? Because we are defined as a varchar2. Next is we will go for it. Next is student name, STUNEM student name. If you want, you are not supposed to give. Suppose if you give student space name means it is invalid data type. So we have to invalid column name. So better to no space is allowed. You have to write. If you want space means you can write underscore. You can use special symbol underscore. Otherwise, if you write without space also, nothing will happen. So student name varchar2, student name varchar2. varchar2. I'll give 30 characters. Bracket close. Next is I'll give combination. I'll give combination. COMB combination. It is also varchar2. varchar2. Bracket 1. And I'll give 10 characters, no problem. Next is I'll give max. So MARKS max is a number data type. This is number data type. NUMBR number data type and contains 3 digits. If you give 3 means we can give maximum up to 0 to 999. 999. So now we have created a table. Create table. Student ID varchar2 5, student name varchar2 30, combination varchar2 10, max number 3. Now after this a bracket is there with this, and we have to close this closing bracket. When we want to create a table, we have used the open bracket and we have to close the bracket here. Now we want to run this table means just what you are going to do is just you select this and run. When you run this, automatically you will get one table is created. This, if you get this particular command, you will come to know the one table is created. Suppose there is already a student table is already inside this particular system means it will show the already the object is existing. So you have to make some corrections in the table name. Now this is the way how to create a table. So I think you have understood the concept. This is a very easiest thing. Is SQL commands will be useful for you. Already I said it will be useful for higher education also. It will be helpful for you in the lab exam also. These commands you have to write. A very simple, no? Any complicated, nothing is there. Now we will see how to insert the data into the table. Next we will see how to insert the data into the table. So insert the data into the table is nothing but we have to use the insert command. Now we will insert the data into the table. So insert student, next bracket open, with the columns I am inserting student ID, comma student name, STU name, combination COLB, comma max, bracket close. Now I write values, bracket open, student, bracket open. We have given the varchar actually, student ID we have given varchar 2, student name varchar 2, combination varchar 2, and marks we have given number. Now when you are giving varchar 2, we have to enter the values in the single quotes actually. The character data should be in single quotes. Now A1101 quotes close, comma, name I'll give quotes, so quotes close, comma, combination I'll give quotes open, single quotes actually, PCMCS. Next is marks, I'll give 475. Now this I am not giving in the quotes. Why? Because we have taken as a number data type. Now I bracket close, semicolon. I want to run this command, means just you have to select this whole thing, insert into table, you have to select whole thing, and you have to click on run button. When you click on run button, you will see one row is created, and we will see we will enter one more row. So to enter one more row, just what you do is just simply copy this actually. It is very easy actually. Simply copy this. In exam also you have to enter 10 records actually. Simply copy this. Just put it in next, paste it, Control V. And next is only thing is you change the values, that's all. A1101 is there. Now just you can change. You can save the time actually. This is with this advantage of Oracle Tenji Express actually. Now I will give, just you have to change the values. Just I am giving. Now after executing this, you want to execute this now, just select once again and you run this. You are not supposed to run these commands at a time. You have to run the insert command you have to run individually. You can suppose there are two, you can keep on copying paste and you select all 10 records and you select it and run, means that will not happen. You have to individually select it and run, because many students will do, they will copy all the 10 records, 10 rows like this, copy paste, and they will change the values and they will select one stretch and they will run. Though it will not work. You must be very careful. You have to run only individual commands. Now I want to run one more third record I want to give. Just I give third record. Just I'll paste Control V, same thing. Just I'll use the values, I'll change the value here. Just I'll change the 3. I'll type the name as something. Next I'll put the combination as CBA. And next I'll put 500. And I'll select the whole thing and I'll run this. So what will happen? One row is created. One row is created indicates that means you are successfully completed the command without any problem. If you do any mistake, you'll get an error message will be there. You have to check the errors present in that particular command and you have to correct it and you have to do. Now we have inserted the 3 rows actually. Now I'll show you without columns actually. Without column names is the easiest way. Just I'll do it, Control V. Now what I'll do is I will remove these things, insert into student. This much only can write, insert into student values, and suppose I change the value, that is 4. So I'll give 575. Now just you can see the difference here. In the top we are giving column names. In here we are not giving any column. This is also easiest method. Just what you can do, just you run this. one row is created. Now this is the way how you are going to use the create command followed with the insert command, inserting the values into the existing table. Whatever how many number of values you want, you can keep on entering. But when you go for a front end and back end concept, no, these commands will be written by the programmer. Actually, the user will be keep on entering the values. What are the enter values that using this particular command, from PHP it will go to the database. In PHP they will write these commands actually, but it will not be visible for the user actually, the end user. Now I want to view the data what we entered. We want to view the command. Just we are having one more command. I'll give the explanation in the coming session, or just because we have inserted values now, how the data will be appeared in the screen. We want to see now. For that purpose, I use the select command. The select command used to display the data present in the table. The select command used to display the data present in the table. What is the table name we have created? Student. Now I'll go for select. I'll go for a select command. Select star. Star indicates all rows present in the table. Select star from, what is the name of the table? Student. Now here in SQL you can type in capital letters, you can type in small letters, nothing will happen. It'll not be any problem. Just whatever you want, you be comfortable. Whatever you want, in any type you can type. So next is select star from student. Name of the student table name is student. Star is the all. Star indicates all. From is a keyword. Select is a keyword. Now I want to run this. I want to run this means I will just click on this. We can see the data present in the 4 rows are there, and this is the data what is present in the existing table. If you give one more row, the row will be added. Suppose we will try one more row. There's some still time is there, no? Just 1 second. I will insert same thing. I will copy this. You can just be having copy option is already there, no? When it is there in the buffer, we need not be worried. Just same thing. Insert student column names are there. If without column names means you can remove these column names and you can insert the data. Just I will remove these column names. And next is here file, and you can write Manasa. Combination CEVA. Marks is I'll enter 480, 485. Now I'll run this. You can see one more data is inserted. But you want to view the result now, you have to use once again. You select this simply. Don't type once again. Just the command is there on the screen. Just click this and run. You can see the Manasa data is added into the table. This is the way how you are going to view the enter the data into the table and view the data present in the table. Now for example, now we want to know the structure of the table. How to see the structure of the table. To see the structure of the table, we are having a describe command is there. To view the structure of the table, we are having a describe command is there. The describe command will be used to display the structure of the table. So when you created the table now, at that time the structure is there, the number, data type, size and all, we can see this. For that purpose I will use describe, DESCRIB, describe student. It will show you the structure, student, semicolon. Just you want to see this, run this. I'll get this structure. When I created a table, not that at the ending student ID varchar2, student name varchar2, combination marks and all. This is the structure. In the observation, you have to copy this. The table is the name of the object. That our table name is the student, and these are the columns. You have to copy up to this much, and you have to copy up to length. Actually, you need not to copy this up to precision. You have to copy column 1, column name, data type, length and precision, because precision length is nothing but here number is there. Now we are having number 3 is there. Now this is the way how to use the describe command, how to use the insert command, how to use the select command actually. Now this is now we will continue in the next commands like alter table, drop table and all those things we'll be learning in the coming session. Till then you practice these commands.